would chuck it a lot closer to here. Makes it more stable.
We got the Pentec box made in Sydney and fitted to the tray. After that, we drove up to the Gold Coast via Newcastle to visit some friends, and finally on the Gold Coast we could start building. My first job was painting these toolboxes. Meanwhile, Tymon got some metal offcuts and spent the next 3.5 days teaching himself how to weld. He taught himself how to weld via YouTube.
So my welding is getting a little bit better. I have welded this. You can see all these little cracks throughout there. So yeah, I would say my welding quality is shit at best still. More welding today.
Tymon found that the hardest thing about welding was getting the settings right. Once he got those right, he was away.
So we just spent about 3 hours in Bunnings. Was it 3 hours?
I used to think Bunnings was an adventure full of opportunity. Now I think it's the
If you're one of those people that love Bunnings, you are gonna hate it by the end of your build. I just did about 40,000 laps of Bunnings by Segway.
We're gonna count our steps next time and get Fitbits.
Anyway, so we just got lots of batons to widen the walls of Mowgli, and they ended up not having one. I was told something else from a different store, and now they don't have it. So back to the drawing board, and yeah, just another hurdle, I guess.
us just free balling.
Anyway, I'm not wearing underpants.
I am. Okay, serious.
Serious. Well, that's the end of this episode. Not really too much more to explain about this. Thought maybe I would just give a little bit of clarification of how I came to the conclusion of where everything would go and how big it would be, like the windows and the garage doors and stuff. And I pretty much just went off that 3D app that I was using, and then from then, when I was inside the box, you see it a little bit but not as much on the video, but I just sort of drew everything up with a Sharpie. And
yeah, we had to be quite organised before we started doing all of the lining of the walls, because we needed to know exactly what size the windows were going to be, and we ended up going with custom windows, so
windows are the next one.
We could get exactly what we want, but we wanted our house to be really cozy, so we wanted to have really good insulation. So part of Tymon's prep and that shows in the video is so that we can have really good insulation and have everything just how we want it.
Yeah, and the videos, at one moment you see me just eating a bit of chocolate, and that is actually a lot of the time I'm in there, especially when I'm eating, and at the end of the day I'll be this isn't on video, but I'll be sitting inside the truck or looking inside the truck, and I'll be literally living in the truck in my mind with it complete. And so I'll have the height of the garage, which is going to be sort of a second floor, and I measured up how much room there is going to be for standing height, making sure we didn't have to duck. And then I'm thinking, okay, if the garage is there, does that not work with anything else? And so I'm just sitting, I'm literally just, if you looked at me, I'm just sitting there looking around, sort of living in my mind inside the truck, seeing that everything works properly and nothing sort of hits and everything's going to work out. Because at that point in the video, throughout most of it, actually, I'm still very, very much worried that I'm going to do a massive mistake, which you might see.
And I don't know if any of you are interested, but the boxes that I painted, we stick all of our oil and stuff that we just don't use all that often, not on a day-to-day basis. But to paint them, I gave them a really light sand and then put on an undercoat, so a metal undercoat, and then I think I did three layers of paint, 3 coats, and we wanted to do a good job so that it didn't rust, and there's been the odd speck of rust, but pretty good.
I think it's actually the brackets that are holding them on. They were shitty ones from Bunnings, and this is obviously about 2 years later now, this actual video right now, so we can tell you right now the brackets are rusting, but the toolbox is still pretty good. That's it. Next one. The next one, we just keep going with the walls, and we actually put one of the windows in, or possibly all of them, depending on how far I get. If you are hanging out for the next episode, be patient, because the editing is taking me so much time.
We're learning that too, so if you've got any tips, that'd be great.
I didn't realise how long the editing would take, and it takes me at least 2 full days, sometimes 3, just to edit one episode, and so jamming that into life.
You're getting faster.
Yeah, getting better, and trying to smash them out as quickly as possible, but also trying to live. So that is all. If you liked it, hit the like. If you didn't like it, also hit the like button. And if you didn't even watch the video, hit the like button. Just whatever you do, hit the like button and subscribe.
Did you tell him to hit the like button?
Yeah, like button. Yeah.
Hey, look, and we're matching. We don't do that all the time.
Well, imagine they're in different clothes.
Okay, bye.
See ya. Where are you going, paper boy? Riding your bike today. Not a care in the world, throwing your paper